Underway then, best of 5. Djordjevic with serve. And Mara just puts one wide. Well, they're going to have to take full advantage of any bonuses that they get here, Serbia. Well, took a touch, I think, on the way through. Gabi dropping one in there. Well, that was interesting. Anna Beatriz on the bench there as the libero is playing, so we'll see her come in. They're not the best service reception, it has to be said. And they almost paid the price for it. Sara Lozo not really on top of that one. And once you start letting Brazil get on top in the point, you're asking for trouble. And that's what the Serbs got. Gabi serving. The adjustment made there by Milica Kubura. Couldn't get any momentum behind her swing. Nice rally starting to open up. Kubura will go again. Picked up by Leia across court. Nothing there for Gabi. Good chance again. And this time they take it. That was Jovana Kocic inside. Finding some space. Really nicely played over the block. And a well-played rally there by the Serbs. Here's Lozo. Ooh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Wonder if they'll challenge that. It was close, but Zé Roberto is thinking about it. Yeah, that's not a shock at all. Called an ace, and any part of the circumference of the ball covers any part of the line, that will be in. It was certainly borderline. Probably worth having a look. And he's right. So no ace for Sara Laza. Mara Ferreira Leao, little blocker. Up to serve next for Brazil. Early first set. Mara will pick up that cross court. This is trouble. Well, Popovic just has to hoist and hope. Ooh, is that all right? Yes, it is. Great pancake, really good defensive work here. And eventually they get the winner as well. Djordjevic with a wonderful pancake helping keep that one alive. And then the big finish as well. That's the moment at this point stayed alive right there. Popovic getting underneath it, saying, right, get one of the blockers, get one of the swingers on that one. And Lazovic was able to just come in and find a clean winner. Talking of clean winners, Anna Beatriz off the bench. And there you go. Power coming in from Gabi, but they handled that one well. And they finished that job off very well as well. That's the big hitting Milica Kubura, one of the veteran players on this group, 24 years old. A real power hitter, driving that one down the line. She's been a very steady player over the course of the 3 days here. Looks to have a big, big upside to her. The running attack is good. Anna Beatriz slipping around the backside. Take the reverse set. Getting a nice one-on-one block as well. Lazovic could not keep it in play. Nice pick up from Djordjevic again. She's a long way back there, but has still managed to conjure up a winner. That was really well hit. She does bring the heat. Tough to get clean winners from there, but Kubura just sizzled it. And the ball, I just watched it go by. Lazovic then. The youngster serves Gabby. Gabby rubs one off the block, side out. Nothing doing for Anna Paula. She's had a quiet start here. Lozo cross-court picked up by Gabby really nicely. Gabby will look to finish the job. Can't do it. Maya Savage says no. Solid start this from the youngsters. Double touch call against Brazil. Oh, there was no stopping that one, was there? Gabby looks like she's got the radar fine-tuned here. Well, we'll get to the first technical timeout after this point. First team to reach 8 triggers the first technical timeout. Who's going to have their noses in front? Ooh, just missed. Just missed there, Zara Lozo. Nevertheless, a solid foundation from Serbia. Staying with the Brazilians here. Long way to go.
Entrega bem a bola primeiro, levantamento caprichado, para o atacante ter possibilidade do ponto.
Now, the Serbs got to just stay close. They cannot let a gap grow. They're doing everything they can to keep this point alive, and they've kept it alive too. So Brazil going to have to come and turn up the energy level. Nice pick up there, back court to deny Gabby. Lozo denied as well. Really good rally this. Mara can't find a winner. They'll keep with Lozo far side, nothing doing there. And the net, the big net from Natalia. Well, another really good point for the young Serbs. Let's look at this. Lozo keeping it alive. Popovic, who's everywhere, hoisting that one up there as well. And then the big error from Natalia. Just missed. Nice pick up. So they've got a chance to keep the pressure on here, and they're going to keep it. Once again, it's Kubura. It's been very interesting watching the development of this young Serb squad over the course of these 3 days. A little bit overwhelmed against Thailand. Never really got on top of things. Had some big successes against Japan, but it was a very uneven performance, as you would expect. And here we're seeing another level again, matching Brazil through the first phase of this first set. Now, whether they can keep this level of consistency up is another story, but the potential is certainly there. Lazovic drags another winner out of it. Staying with it here, these Serbs. They will be getting so much out of this. And Serbian volleyball generally will be getting a lot out of this. There's a lot of these players are going to be graduating. And there's an ace serve. They're going to be graduating to the top level. Well, the Lozo serve has been a weapon. She just missed an ace. Now she's got an ace. She's given the Serbs a bit of a platform here. Oh, my goodness me. Natalia gets blocked out of it by Kocic. Well. Who'd have thought it? It's Brazil forced to take the first time out. Natalia gets taken out of that. Natalia, who is nowhere near 100%, and we know that, has made a fairly slow start to this match. I wonder if Zé Roberto might decide to sit her down earlier here than he normally would.
Dando porrada reto, elas vão tocar no seu bloqueio. Só trabalha pouquinho mais de lado e do outro.
Serbia. Oh, look at that. Took a little dance along the net cord there, didn't it? Wouldn't drop for Lozo this time. Side out. Natalia staying in there. And Mara dropping back. Be interesting to see how Serbia respond when Brazil decide to up the ante. Kocic up next to serve. Already a big block point to her name. Now, did she catch that? No, she didn't. Anna Paula's not got the radar fine-tuned at all. Anna Paula, we've seen already, can be a very potent weapon. She's missed out. A lot of miscues from Brazil in this first set. Surprising ones. What a position the Serbs find themselves in. Kocic stays on. Nice pick up from Djordjevic. Lazovic. It's McCrease picking that one up. Anna Paula, nothing doing. Nice pick up as well. Kubura couldn't finesse anything, and Gabby drives in, then slams the brakes on, dinks it over, and that's good enough. Side out. And Brazil will be thinking, well, that's a point we needed to win as well. Yeah, that's really clever. Loren coming in. Replacing McCrease. The reason for that is Roberta comes in and set her to serve. And they've got some big bodies up there looking to establish a block. But to get the block going, you've got to get the serve in play. And Roberta just pushed that a bit too deep. So Milička Kubura up next. Good serve. Loren goes deep. And the Serbs did what they could. Couldn't keep it alive. Side out.
Atenção.
blocking from the Brazilians. There's another one. Oh, Lazovic has to do some work from there with a block for a third time. They just keep containing and containing here, and they've now got the initiative, Brazil. But the block comes in at the other side, and Maya Savage says, have some of that. Well, it's amazing how that rally transitioned out, with Serbia being on the offensive, couldn't find a winner. Brazil blocked and blocked and blocked, but when the swing came the other way from Loren, it was the stuff block that came back. Savage will take Serbia to the second technical timeout in good shape with that one. Well, it'll be interesting to see how the Brazilians respond from this position. They can certainly find another level. This is very encouraging from the Serbs. Winning the blocking battle and winning it handily as well. And that's such a Brazilian strength. But not getting anything here. Just look at that. Very, very strong performance this defensively from Serbia. Now Lazovic will look to keep it ticking over here. Nothing doing again. They're just not quite on the same page here, Brazil. Gabby. No, that's picked up. Backcourt attack. Lazovic blocked. Cut to the line. They'll send it far side. No winner there for Lozo. Inside, and Beatrice says enough is enough. Time to put these youngsters in their place. It's going to take some doing. Off the quick set, and Beatrice wasn't going to be denied. Oh, a serve from Ana Beatrice Lazovic. Just lost the flight of that one. It's amazing how quickly a 4-point lead can just shrivel. It's halved already just like that. I wonder if Ana Beatrice will go after Katarina Lazovic again. Yeah, clever, Savage. Nice take on Djordjevic with second touch. Says, I'll take that. Very nice. Always nice to get a second touch winner. Savage serving Gabby. Gabby blocked, but the block can't keep it alive. Well, this was important. The Serbs have been blocking so well. But that one just dropping the wrong side. Kocic couldn't get it over the net. When Crease comes back in for Roberta. With Brazil now looking to try and pick up another point on serve here. To have them right back in business. Lozo. Very hard working on that far side. Very effective. Djordjevic with serve. Nothing doing for Gabby. Djordjevic sends it up high. Lazovic denied by Leia. And Paula finally gets herself on the board, and a look on her face there as if to say that was overdue. It's a scary sight to see Ana Paula driving in like that. There's problems here. Service reception from Lozo wasn't great. So the initiative passes to Brazil, and off the quick set, Mara slams one down, and Brazil are cooking now. Well, again, this is all down to Serbia. Just mishandling the serve. And off the quick set, you're not stopping that. That ball had gone past Ivana Kocic before she was off her feet. That is perfect timing. The quick inside hit and a big momentum shift, and Serbia call a timeout off the back of it. Not surprisingly. That 4-point lead all but gone. Yep, nicely played. Lozo coming inside. Side out. Test of character now for the Serbs. The Brazilians threatening to hunt them down as we get to the business end of this set. Oh, that's a nice serve again from Lozo. Not handled at all by Gabby. So the initiative can swing back over to Serbia. What can they mount from here? Oh, the block. Now Paula says that's a big moment. And that was a big point. If the Serbs could have held on to that one, it would have given them a cushion again. As it is, they're feeling the pressure, and Anna Paula stepping up big time. Still chasing, though. Mara sends one long. Oh, that's twice she's done that. So close on both occasions. Kocic. Oh. I don't know if that was just a miss hit or whether she just sort of switched it up or whether she meant this all the way, Anna Beatrice. Either way, it worked. Yeah, she's just done that. Yeah, she knew exactly what she was doing there. Took everything off it, dropped it into space. There's the block. It's a big moment, this, for the Serbs. Popovic has to hoist. Now Brazil looking to just level it up. Natalia with the cross court does exactly that. Brazil back on terms. Well, she missed an early one, just like Anna Paula did, but both of them are warmed up now. That's the bad news for Serbia. They've been leading all the way, but suddenly it's Brazil getting momentum. Savic misses. Big miss. So, Anna Paula. Oh, Kabura with a swing and a miss. Well, we're seeing the other side of the Serbian game now as the timeout is called. And this is the problem that you got with young players. It's consistency. Because when they go off the boil, things get ugly quickly. And this has spun around completely here. Back over on first touch. But they get it right at the second time of asking. Savic denied once. managed to get the job done at the second attempt. And that was important. That keeps Serbia alive. If they'd lost that point, the set was gone. As it is, they're still chasing. They still need a point on serve. They might get it here. Real chance. Djordjevic sends it far side. And it's good enough from Katarina Lazovic. Well, this is a big moment. If they can win a point on serve here with Natalia serving, Brazil will almost certainly secure this first set. Serbia have to find a winner from here. Oh, the cross court is picked up. That's Anna Paula, fantastic. And Gabby rubs one off the block. Well, they just stepped it up a level when they needed to, didn't they? Big defensive play. Yeah, Gabby with the highlight reel hit, but that was all about the defensive work. In comes Katarina Jovic, another young outside hitter, just a teenager. And Alexandra Chirovic, the other setter, comes in. But it's set point Brazil. Natalia Lozo handles near side. That's a big swing from Lazovic, fends it off. But the tough part of the equation is winning a point on serve. Still, as part one of the deal is done, stay alive. Now, if Lazovic can conjure up an ace, Serbia do stay alive. It's got to be a good one. Floated in. Gabby. That's it. That's all they needed. Brazil take the first set. 25-23. Frustrating that for the young Serbian squad. They had a lead. They showed more than a few glimpses of the potential that they've got. But in the end, it was almost as if they'd annoyed the Brazilians, making them work for it. A workmanlike performance in that first set. But that's all it needed. Brazil take it, 25-23. Well, here's that first set by the numbers. Brazil waking themselves up after a slow start. Some big block points early for Serbia. Gave them the early advantage, but then Brazil came out swinging. Some of the big hitters, Gabby, Ana Beatriz. And in the end, they just managed to do enough. And you wonder if Serbia will respond to that, or whether it will knock their confidence. It's a good battle from them in that first set. But once again, Brazil just decided, you know what, we really don't want to be getting involved in a four-setter here. We don't want to be coming from behind. And they just found another gear. And this Brazil squad, so experienced, so battle-hardened, should be too good for the young potential that we're seeing from the Serbs. Well, there's a lot to like about this young Serbian squad. And several of these players will emerge from their 3 days in Tokyo all the better for their experience in the VNL. Right, second set then. Macris, the setter, will serve. Nice start. Ivana Kocic sends it long. Just getting on the right side of the line though. Nice winner, Djordjevic. Really good down the line, even though Maria Popovic could get underneath it, could not get control. Oh, how many players have been in that situation against Gabby before? Gabby just absolutely zinging this one, getting a nice bit of movement off it as well. Sends one deep, creates a problem. Just about got it under control here, Serbia. They'll send it backside, but the stuff block is there. Mara saying we've had enough of this. And they've enjoyed being blocked out of that first set. Lozo running into Natalia, it was that got the touch, not Mara. With the yellow wall in the way. Kubura, the cross court is picked up by Leia. Ooh, that's a wild swing from Anna Paula. Lozo then, serving 2-all. Went for it again. Really big rescue there from Macris, and the block. Too good. Ivana Kocic again. Give her another one. Well, they enjoyed it. You can be sure Kocic enjoyed it. He didn't get to play at all in the first game against Thailand, but has been rewarded with a couple of starts since. And has certainly had her successes. Oh, nearly an ace. Gabby making an absolute howler of that one. Ooh, that's a miss. That's a miss. Savic had it laid on a plate for her. She sent it too deep. Lazovic with a really nice take and a really nice finish as well. Katarina Lazovic owned that point. Some of her service reception hasn't been the best, but she got that one absolutely perfectly, and she nailed that down the line brilliantly. Can't hit it much better than that. There's the running attack from where Anna Beatrice can be so devastating. This really opens up the blocking scheme. She gets a nice one-on-one, slips it round the outside. Absolutely no chance of Lazovic getting a block on that. Natalia. Going after Lazovic again. Kubura's got to do a lot of work from there. That's a heck of a swing from Kubura. Milička Kubura getting a clean winner from this far back. That's really impressive. 4 meters back. Unstoppable. Trouble there. Ace serve. Lazovic having some fun out there. Good to see a much steadier all-round performance so far from Serbia, where they had the big up of winning a set against Japan, but they had a meltdown a couple of times. And the fourth set was a nightmare. This is a much more rounded performance from them, even though they're still trailing by 1 set to love. Natalia taking that one. And the Anna Beatrice running attack is such a weapon. Kubura, what happened there? Ball goes against, yeah. Serbs. That's a shame. See the foot on the line there. Got to be behind that line, otherwise it's a attack hit fault. Nice block. Send it over to Lozo instead. That's picked up back court by Natalia. The blocks there again. Somehow the Brazilians have managed to keep that alive. Djordjevic will take second touch to good effect as well. Well, the young setter sneaked one in earlier that nobody was expecting, including nobody in the commentary box. It worked once. Let's play it again. Clever from Mila Djordjevic. Service reception not the best from Gabby. And the swing off balance off the back end of it. Now, I think we can have a look at that. Brazil going to challenge because Gabby, who was closest to it, said that took a touch. When a player is that emphatic, the coach has to back his player. She's right. She saw it. So instead of Serbia taking an 8-7 lead into the technical timeout, it's Brazil.
Paula, precisamos ajustar aqui para ver a quantidade de bola para a gente poder começar a virar. Como é que a gente vai fazer, para onde a gente vai atacar?
Well, Gabby, we knew was going to be in the middle of it all. Not just as an offensive weapon, of course, but she can do some very good work in the backcourt. Nice service reception there that helped establish that point. And anytime service reception is as good as that, you would expect to go on and win the point. Gabby closing in on double figures already early in the second set. So she's on course for another big personal tally here.
Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Check it out, y'all.
Macris with serve. Oh, that's asking an awful lot, but once again, Milička Kubura has somehow conjured up a winner out of a very unpromising position. How deep she is here. Oh. Maiani comes in for another cameo, another one of the youngsters as A. Roberto is blending in to this Brazil senior squad. That's the difference. For these young Serbs, that could well be an ace. No, it's not. Leia's got underneath that. Popovic picks that one up as well. There's a whistle there. There's that a double touch? Indeed it was. And a bit of a know if he changed it from double touch to carry. Either way, a fault against Serbia. You talk about somebody like Mayani coming in, and this is a Roberto squad. They've got 2 or 3 youngsters that are blending in. The Serbs don't have that luxury. There's only 1 player from their World Championship squad here. That's Myra Leksik. She's a youngster herself. They're all learning from each other here. There is no senior leadership out there to help settle them down when things are getting tough. Well, they are learning a lot very quickly, and there will be mistakes made along the way, of course. You get that with young players anywhere. Just a bit too close to the net there from Djordjevic under pressure. Can't touch the net. Set up that crease there, showing how you do it right. But then Djordjevic was jammed up right underneath the net. Couldn't avoid contact. Mayani with serve. Lazovic, nothing doing. Anna Beatrice just puts that up in the air. Gabi with a touch on the way through. I'm sure there was a touch there. Must have been. That was the call, and it's not been challenged. The slimmest of touches. Lazovic can't find a winner. Where's that going? Wrong side of the line for the Serbs. Lazovic will have another go. Goes cross court. Nothing doing. Yes, it is. Too hot. Mayani kept it up, but no control. Another big point there for Katarina Lazovic. That is Myra Leksik right in the middle of that little group there. Oh, take cover. When you get the big middles off the quick set, it's usually going to be painful at the other end. Don't get in the way of that. And a Paula, nets, side out. Is Kubura. Brazil very happy to see her net. Running attack tried by Serbia, by Savic. Touch on the way through. He's trying to get there. All she can do is get a fingertip on it. Divert it out. Staying close here, the Serbs. Can they level up here? Can they get a point on the Lazovic serve? And after Natalia, beat. Nothing doing. Lazovic has to get up quickly. Ooh, that's a cross court and a half from Sara Lozo. We saw a few of those yesterday. She's good at these. Really good. Gabi, too good. Even with a double block to face. And it's a good block as well, but Gabi just hitting through that. And Beatrice serving Sara Lozo. Savic blocked out of it. Lozo will look for one of those cross courts, and it's worked again. Savic with serve now. Lazovic back court, keeping that alive. Lozo looks for another cross court. No. Down the line this time. Didn't work. Oh, that's nicely taken. Really nice take there. Oh, she's had her moments as well. Kocic, really clever there. Not just the block, but the pushover as well. Ivana Kocic conjuring up a point for the Serbs there. It's not a very competitive set that the youngsters have constructed here as we approach the second technical timeout point, which will arrive after this point. Macris with serve. Lozo. Oh, got right underneath that one. And it's Brazil who will go to the timeout. Noses in front, but it's been a much better balanced performance this from Serbia than we saw yesterday. And they were up and down and here, there and everywhere, but it's much steadier here. Well, one of the features of these Serbian squads, wherever they've been in this year's VNL, and they've been around the world, is the play of Katarina Lazovic. Just emerged very, very early. Had a good series when they stopped in Italy. Last stop in Belgium. She was right at the forefront of the big win against Poland. 18 points there. 14 in the win against Russia, and has been very much the focal point here, with some of the big players that were around her earlier left at home. They've asked her to assume a leadership role here at 19 years old, captain the team, and she's handled that pressure absolutely brilliantly. No question that she is going to be around for a long time. Now, can Brazil go through the gears again here as we get to the business end of the set? They've got a really good chance right here. No, nice pick up, Popovic. One-handed, had to take that. Lozo's got problems here. Yeah, that wasn't a good angle at all. And it's easy for the block to look good when the spiker is under this kind of pressure, and it looked all wrong for Lozo there. She had to do an awful lot of work and could not get it through. Maiani repelling that one, and Brazil making the breakthrough here at the final third of the set, just as they did in the first set as well. That one just sailed on Macris. To float it in, just floated away. Mila Djordjevic, the setter. Oh, it's good enough. Once again, Kocic winning an important battle at the net. Not a perfect situation for Maiani in that situation, and Kocic doing enough to pick up her fourth block point. Nothing flash about it, just very effective. Nice fake to Maiani, and Gabby does what she has to do. Gabby will serve now. Important for Serbia to just stay close here. Kubura with a slap down the line, side out. In comes Loren for Anna Paula. Ooh, that's a wild one. Now then, a switch of initiative here. Brazil going to have a look at this one. Did it take a touch on the way through? Or is there a net contact from the Serbs? Actually, is the call. No. You can often tell from the body language whether they genuinely feel they've got something. I'm not sure Zé Roberto has much confidence in this challenge. Let's see. Oh, there is. Oh, my goodness me. Somebody's got some eyes on that Brazil sideline. Oh, a leading elbow. That's grazing the net. Well, well, well. Whoever spotted that one did a great job. That is a brilliant spot. Baiani Araujo da Silva, the 22-year-old middle blocker, will serve once we're happy at the scoring table. Flip things around. Azovic. Good enough. Always helps to have two players going for it. You can drive it into an area where it's a little bit congested. Natalia and Mayani getting in each other's way there effectively. Kocic. Nets. Brazil retain the initiative. If it becomes a side-out battle, the pressure is always on Serbia at the moment to respond, with Brazil leading. If Brazil pick up a point on serve, it might be too late for them to get it back. And there is that point on serve, off the ace, right there. Laurent might just have won this second set for Brazil. The Serbs forced to take a timeout. There it goes. Might be it. There might be no way back. Big ace then from Laurent. That could well be the key moment in this set. Laurent with another beauty. It's come back on first contact. And Serbia struggling to keep this alive. Brazil getting another chance. Little dink there, doesn't work from Ana Beatriz. They'll send it far side. Natalia drops it over the block. And that surely is that as far as this set is concerned. Well, the Serbs were always in trouble when it came back on the overpass. He has two timeouts he can use. Might as well take them when your team's under pressure. And the time is running out. So Laurent stays on then. Oh, it's another beauty. It's an ace. Well, what a burst of serving this has been from Laurent. Two aces, and sandwiched between them, a serve that came back on first touch as well. And it's Maria Popovic that's in the firing line at the moment. That's twice they've gone after Popovic. And will Laurent stay focused on the setter? No, that one just skimmed the net. The block is there. And Brazil have just gone through the gears here when it really matters. I get the feeling they've just been perhaps toying with Serbia earlier. And then, like, shut it down, bring it home. Anna Beatrice brings it to set point. Loren serving again. And they can wrap it up right here. Macris, Loren, nothing doing. Picked up by Kubura. Lazovic, no. Lazovic again, blocked, but the block can't keep it in place. Side out, they fight off a set point. But the odds stacked against them still. Well, they've got to get some blocking in there, which is why Katarina Jovic is coming in. Čirovic will come in, presumably to serve. That's exactly what's going on, and they brought Jovic in for her height. They have to get blocks. Take it 1 point at a time. There's a block. Lazovic. Well, they got all those big bodies at the net. And that was a one-on-one duel that she had to win. And did. Roberto says, well, we're not having any grandstand comeback here. We're not going to be on the receiving end of anything. Let's take a time. Yep. Can they hold out? Huge pressure on them. And that's what's going to happen. You have to serve well, but there's always the risk that you're going to net serve or go long. Sure enough, that's what happened for Alexandra Čirovic. That's allowed Brazil to just pull away when it matters. It's close through the first two phases of the set, but in the third set, it was all Brazil, and that burst of serving from Loren just broke the back of Serbian resistance. 2-0. Here's the numbers then from that second set. Serbia still blocking well. Tocic very much in the middle of that, but just look at all those opponent errors. That's the big difference right there. The errors creeping in now for Serbia. Well, let's break down how things are going here. Who's doing the work in the backcourt? Leia, the libero, of course you would expect that, but getting plenty of support from the setter Macris and Natalia doing a lot of defensive work. Well, this is the setter contact point. The setters will tell you, I always want it put in that golden arc. And if you're going to have a percentage as high as that, you will expect a setter to be dishing out the goodies. That is outstanding service receiving to be dropping it in for the setter 89% of the time. That is phenomenal. Macris owes her teammates a big thank you for putting her in such a good position. Time after time after time, she doesn't have to move. I suspect if we were to get a look at the setter contact point for the Serbians, Mila Djordjevic has had to be a lot more creative. Well, Brazil looking comfortable here. I wonder if Serbia have got anything left at all. start there from Gabby. No Natalia on their lineup, as we expected. We heard her talking post-game yesterday that she's got that problem with the knee. Had surgery on it. He's coming back, but he's not yet ready to go more than a couple of sets at the most. So she's out, getting treatment on that knee. And a nice deep dig there from Gabby, just in vain. Lozo getting the win there. A steady effort from Lozo. Lazovic has been on form for Serbia. Well, the crew set to do a bit of work there, the setter. Oh, blocked out of it. Well, she's been a lethal swinger, Kubura. Well, Bayani saying this time, Seem to be caught in two minds there, Kocic. And they paid for it, Serbia. And they've fallen behind very, very early. That's a frightening prospect. Gabby driving in from the back court. Always love to see Gabby on the attack hits. It's a delight to watch, unless you're on the receiving end of it, of course. You don't want to be on the opposite side of the court. Oh, Gabby back court there. The block is good. They got another block point. Good stuff. Kocic was in the middle of that again. That one wasn't coming back. Loren coming up with the big winner. Anytime the ball contacts that antenna, that ball is dead instantly. The last contact team guilty of a foul. So the news just keeps getting worse for Serbia, doesn't it? And Lorenz picked that one up nicely. Nothing doing for Amanda there. Lazovic, yeah, gets the call her way. She wasn't 100%. She looked up at the chair there, Katarina Lazovic, as if to say, is that mine? Brazil aren't sure either. I don't think anybody was 100% on that one. Very, very close to the line. Now, the call is that it was in. Say Roberto, who has a good a view of that as anybody, said, I want to look at this. Good call. The call is right. Worth a challenge, though, because that was one of those nobody was 100%. An ace. It's called. Well, Zé Roberto has only allowed 2 challenges and he's already lost 1. But I think he's going to have a look at this one as well. Well, if they're wrong here, they're out of challenges this early in the set. I think he might have a bit more confidence about this one. That did seem to be a little bit long. Has it caught the back of the line? No, it didn't. No. Yeah, he had more confidence with that challenge, that's for sure. It did look like it might have just travelled a bit too far. And he's right. That's frustrating for the Serbs. So close to a clean ace. Instead, they're still chasing. Amanda now serving. Oh, great bit of blocking there. Oh, my word. Maja Aleksic would have expected a winner 8 or 9 times out of 10 from there, but just look at the quality of the block. Gabby getting involved alongside Ana Beatriz. And it'll be Gabby who gets credited with the point. That'll get picked up. Gabby seems to be everywhere at the moment. Amanda driving in, but no, nothing doing. I think that might have been Aleksic. If it is, it's her first. Off the bench, and indeed it is. The, relatively speaking, most experienced player here as being part of that World Cup winning squad, World Championship winning squad, should I say, from last autumn. The only survivor from that group here, Gabby. Oh, nice pickup. Now they've got a chance here. There's Djordjevic going to go second touch. Doesn't work this time. Gabby blocks out of it. Well, the blocking is back on form here. Well, this is good stuff. It really is. Was this Aleksic again? No, it wasn't. It's Djordjevic picking that one up. They're in double figures. She's got 2 of them. Kocic has 5. And this is an impressive rally from Serbia. And the rally continues with an ace. Lazovic with her second. Not a nice one for Amanda to have to deal with. Gabby handles that one much better. Popovic has picked that up. That's a really brilliant dig, but look at that block from Ana Beatriz. Oh, just wiped it out. Well, just when Serbia were building some momentum and they'd done everything right, they'd set up for the kill, and then Ana Beatriz goes, you know what? I'm having that one. Sara Lozo runs into trouble. When Ana Beatriz is in the mood, avoid her. Don't take her on. Well, Ana Beatriz, we know, can be such a weapon with those backside attacks, slipping around the far side. Like any good middle, she can dominate off the quick set as well. But it's block points that you'd love to see from the middles, unless you're on the receiving end of them, of course. And Ana Beatriz, with her second one there, has kept Brazil in control of this third set as they look to wrap it up in straights. Pack their bags and head off for their next destination. There's no rest when you're on the VNL. You're going around the world, playing world-class opposition every time. An ace serve comes in from Ana Beatriz as well. Little bit fortuitous, of course, but there's plenty that come back the other way off those net cords. You take whatever the net cord gives you. Brilliant effort from Lozo. Not a chance. That's another good serve. Back-to-back aces as Popovic loses that one. And Ana Beatriz is just in some form at the moment. She had that big block point. Now back-to-back aces. And she's blown on her own this third set wide open. I think it may be all over already. Serbia call a desperation timeout here. Well, Ana Beatriz just went past Lorraine on the aces tally. Lorraine had a couple right at the end of the second set, but Ana Beatriz with those 2, adding to an earlier one, has 3 for the match. Brazil with 5, Serbia with 3. Ana Beatrice will be looking for some more here. Went after Popovic again, who's handled that one brilliantly. Lozo denied. No, good enough. The winners have been harder to come by for Sara Lozo today. She's stuck with it. You do look around this Serbian squad, and there's a lot of plus points in what has been a big learning 3 days for them. Lozo again, all nothing doing there. Miami getting a chance to impress with this extended audition. Give her 3 block points. Kubura being asked to swing from way back there, nothing doing there. The Serbs starting to come apart at the seams here. Gabby, though, manages to rub it off the block. I thought she'd missed it at first, but she's managed to get some contact on the way through. Another winner for Gabby. 16 points for her, all by one of them. Attack points. Lozo. Getting heavy now for Serbia. A little bit of fatigue perhaps creeping in. Certainly a loss of confidence. Well, they broke bad yesterday against Japan. Serbia ended up with just 14 points as they just faded horribly. Savic in for Kocic. But, it's damage limitation here for Serbia. Lozo will have another go. That's a bit more like it. Side out. Very authoritative cross-court hitter, Sara Lozo. Is it Miami taking it off the quick set? But a big middle can take it that high. It's very hard to defend. Julia coming in. One of the other youngsters for Brazil, just a teenager. This one, 18 years old. Another big body. Looking to get the block established. There's 3 of them over there, and there is the block, and that may have been Julia straight off the bench and straight onto the score sheet. Did she get the touch there, near side? There were 3 of them, no way through. Well, it off Miami via Julia. Either way, it's another block point for Brazil. Officially credited to Miami, that last block. Both teams now on 10 blocks for the match. Lozo with serve sails that one away. We are at the second technical timeout with Brazil pretty much there, done and dusted.
Quebrar o passe lá e tá ficando. Toda vez que segurou, tá com ela, a gente tem que jogar com o triplo.
Well, Gabby, as we thought, highlighted right at the start of the match as one to watch. Has just had another very solid all-round game, and it's not just the offensive stuff with Gabby. She does a lot of work in the backcourt as well. Just another day at the office then for Gabby, but it's the stuff that doesn't show up in the stats that really impresses as well. There's a lot of defensive work that Gabby brings to her game. But for the 3rd time in a row, in the VNL here in Japan. She's in double figures. In fact, you've got to go back a long way to find Gabby not in double figures. Steady and reliable and consistent. That's a nice deep hit. Taking a touch on the way through as well. Kubura, definitely contact off the finger. Well, Serbia will want to wrap this up with heads held high, that's for sure. They won't want to fade out, and that's what the coach will be looking for as well. How do you respond to adversity? You don't want quitters on your team. You fight for every point. Gabby. Oh, that's just nasty. That's just nasty. Everybody was set up to try and block the big kill, and she's just dinked it instead. Look at all that space she's managed to find as well. Oh, cruel. Great vision from Gabby, just diverting it over the net. No chance for Djordjevic. Popovic struggling again. Lazovic getting a nice angle. The block was there, but no control on it. Very inviting swing there for Lazovic. But with the ball hanging in the air for as long as it did, there was a chance for the block to get set, so she had to go and beat it. Kubura goes deep again. That didn't work out at all. Alexic was put in a bad spot there on the running attack, and they paid for it. They paid for it. Reese joins the party when it comes to blocks. No real play there for Lazovic. The attack comes from Julia, who swings and misses. No miss there. It's Lorette. Cameos for her in this match. Both have been pretty eye-catching. She came from way downtown. Look at this. Oh, out of the way, Julia. Incoming. Yeah, we're both looking at that. Julia wisely keeping out of it. Anna Beatrice. Another one of those serves that's caused a problem. Well, well, well. Lozo taking everything off that. Dropping it into mid-court. Nobody home. Yeah, took it off nicely there. Alexic. Gabby with one of her cross courts. Always think of Gabby as being such a wonderful down-the-line hitter, and we know what her attack hits are like as well, but she can nail a cross-court with the best of them. Roberta comes in to serve, with McCrease checking out, probably for the match, unless something extraordinary happens here. Backside attack is no good. Well, pretty much everything that could go wrong has gone wrong in this third set. They really have just run out of gas. Gabby now popping up with a block point as well. They've given it a real good effort here as Milka comes in for Brazil. But they're just out of steam now, Serbia. Second touch, no good. Julia's picked that up. Gabby rubs one off the block. And Serbia rather subsiding here in this third set, just as they did yesterday against Japan. But they put a lot into those first two sets. Well, this is just a set too much for this young squad. The running attack again just hasn't quite worked out. Not quite in sync there. Throughout the course of this set, actually, Djordjevic trying to get these backside attackers involved. It took take a touch through there. So Savage will say, yeah, that's mine, thank you very much. But they're still not quite in sync on that running attack. Needs a bit of fine-tuning there going forward. Djordjevic picks that up. Lozo. Nope. Near side. Nothing doing. It's been kept up by Roberta. Loren, no. And this rally really starting to develop nicely, and it's going to go on for a while yet. Nice pick up in the backcourt from Lazovic. Lozo tries for the trickiness. Nothing doing. Loren. No, that's no good either. Kept alive. Kubura blocked. The attack hit comes in, and that's sent back as well. That's Roberta, absolutely brilliant. And Lozo eventually comes up with a winner. That is really good stuff. He'll be pleased with what he's seen there. This match is dead. It's gone. They know it, but look how they fought for this point. And they earned the right to win it as well. Now that says a lot about his youngsters there. Branko Kovacevic has just learned a little bit more about his young squad. Would not give up on that point. And how often do you see that off the back of a long, draining rally? Here we are then, match point. And it's Gabby looking to wrap it up here. Ooh, it sneaked over the net, and that'll do it. Gabby serves up an ace. We've had a bit of everything from her. She's top scored again. A couple of block points, an ace. And at the end of it, it's another three-set defeat for the Serbs. And Brazil make it 3 wins in a row in Japan. And they pad out their record to 9-3 now. They're comfortably on course for the finals in China. It had 3 sets written all over it at the start. Credit the Serbs for making those first 2 sets very competitive, but this is a very classy and capable Brazil squad. They should have won this in 3, and they did what they needed to do. And this is how it all ended. A little bit of fortune, yes, but Gabby was a constant presence in this match. 21 points, 18 of them attack hits. Another 20-point haul for Gabby, one of many.
Gente, gratidão.